And essentially, what did you find out in this last time around that you didn't notice the previous times before? Was there like a root cause that you identified, or what was it?
I wasn't really interested in figuring out why I used or whatever. For me, I had been in enough therapy and analysis, and I knew everything. You know, my mom was unavailable and she abandoned me, and my dad and I were I knew everything. I am in 12-step, and I had a sponsor, and he just said, you know, you don't have to be a good person. You just have to act like one. Nobody knows the difference. And I was like, ew, that seems really phony and weird. And he goes, you're judging yourself on your intentions, but the world is judging you on your actions. No one gives a fuck about how you feel, Amy. And I went, like a light bulb went off. All my other things, I had been doing everything by the way I feel like it. I don't feel like it. I got to use. I'm uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to work out. I don't da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. And this time I went, fuck your feelings. Act like the person you want to be. And I did that with everything. And it was really hard. It's like cognitive behavioral therapy. And I was just like, you know, and what happens when you take contrary action like that over and over and over again is you create a new neural pathway in your brain that eventually becomes your default mechanism.
Yeah.
And so it was like, eventually I became the person that I was pretending to be. And so what I did learn this time was to not listen to my feelings, because feelings are fleeting. Yeah. And feelings aren't necessarily, like, they're valid, but they're not necessarily true either, especially when you have mental illness or addiction. They can be really blown out of proportion, you know what I mean? Which is why it's so important to sort of like take a pause, because like my first reactions are always really hot, you know? And so if I take a pause and go, hey, maybe we don't say that right away, or we just think about it. And then I kind of calm down. My father had said to me, you know, I was waiting to feel ready.
To start.
And if you wait, you fucking wait forever, man. You never feel ready. That's the thing I realized. It's like feel ready by doing it. You know, my father had said to me, you know, discipline creates stability. Stability doesn't create discipline. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. What are you fucking talking about? And he was just like, he goes, a disciplined, routine life of doing the things that you need to do will give you that feeling of stability that you're looking for. You're doing it backwards. You're waiting for the feeling of stability before you can do those things. And I went, oh. So I started to just take the action, and it changed everything. Because no one feels like writing a book. No one feels like exercising. No one feels like, you know, none of it. I mean, I quit vaping and smoking during the pandemic. Fucking every day I want to fucking vape and smoke. Every goddamn day I see someone vaping or smoking. I see it on TV. I see the Juul and I'm like, you know, it's like, and I go, hey, not today, bitch. Like, we don't do that. You know, I'm over 8 years clean. We're talking about procrastination. It's like, I really need to be held accountable by other people. So my dad can be kind of hold me accountable for like writing. And I have a romance coach now because I'm like horrible in relationships and pick like the biggest assholes ever. Like people who are like, I'm not interested. I just want to fuck you. And I'm not interested in a relationship. And I don't like relationships and haven't had one in 17 years. And I'm like, I love you. You know, challenge accepted. Like I just picked the worst people ever. So taking a time out on that and working on myself and my self-esteem and my picker. And, you know, I have a coach. I have a trainer, and like, I just have to like literally make a date with him every time, like tomorrow at 2. And I'll go, I don't feel like it. I'm having a bad day. He's like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, there you go. Like, if, you know, I had to teach my romantic coach to do that. She goes, why do you think you're having resistance to meditating? And I go, that's not going to work with me.
You got to meditate.
I will dance around it. I'll give you so many intellectual. I said, that's not going to work with me. What works with me is I don't give a fuck if you feel resistant. Do it anyway.
Yeah.
And text me after.
And that's a great model for life. It's like we are waiting to feel ready or to feel like we want to do something, when in reality, we just need to start doing it and then we'll feel it. I love that. I love that.